Welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon White Randomized Nuzlocke Challenge. It has been a little while for me. And you'll notice that I look different. I got a haircut. That's a story that I'm going to begin in a minute. But because it's been a while, I'm going to do a quick team recap. If I can even remember the buttons that I set up for myself. Wow. Are these buttons? Is it? Nope, that's to go back. That's to go back. Spacebar, there we go. So up first in our team recap is Rocktail, what is this thing called again? The Huntail. Rocktail the Huntail. And then we have Fiona, the I don't remember this thing. I don't like this thing. Then we have, of course, the reigning champion of our team. We have Ronald, the Vanillite, who I think is about to evolve in a level or so. Got Bakugo. He's still alive. Good thing. He's Quillavas, and he's definitely going to make it to Typhlosion. And the all-new Rearranged. And I think that's all I got right now because last episode, like 2 episodes ago, we lost Scream. So I'm gonna just go ahead and make sure everybody is all healed up and see if I can remember what we're doing today. I don't even know what town I'm in, to be honest. It said that my load state was January 17th from when I saved this state, and it is March 2nd. So it's been a hot minute. Game still lags, but I'm pretty used to it at this point. You can, oh look, summer, autumn. Sure, whatever. So we are in, is this Yeehaw Town? Yeah, this is Yeehaw Town. And oh, the game looks different with the season change. So we did his gym. Then I think something happens if I go this way. I think so. Let's go ahead and get that started. Oh, hi, Rev. Hey, were you at the gym just now? Like 2 months ago I was. Oh hey, that's Drifville's gym badge. Oh, that's totally cool. That's amazing. No. I can't get distracted in being all pressed with your shiny new badge. I'm also a trainer. At times like this, you've got a battle, right? No, we don't. We don't got a battle. Was she named Kate before? Engineer. Because I remember Sharon was something different, but I don't know. Ninetales. This works out pretty good considering it's fire type. And so I'm like trying to pay good attention because I know last time when I jumped in just all willy-nilly and just started getting distracted right away, that's how Scream died. And so I'm trying to pay attention a little bit this time. But the haircut thing, I think a couple episodes ago I mentioned that a bunch of people at work and like family members and things like that were back and forth on my hair. And there was also an opportunity for me to possibly move to a food position at work. And so I thought like it's probably best if I do get a haircut for that to happen. That didn't happen. And when I went to get a haircut, I went in there and I had like a picture. And I said, like, I don't know how you all feel about like people bringing in pictures. Is this okay? And they're like, yeah, sure, that's great. That helps out a lot. And so then they got started on the haircut. And throughout the way, they were like asking, like, how long do you want this part? How long do you want this part? Gave them all the measurements. Things were looking good. And then their kids came in, or like grandkids or something, and they started talking and just cutting my hair while talking. And the next thing I knew, it was all gone. So this isn't the hair that I wanted, but I think it's working out okay. It's just a lot shorter than I wanted. It was originally going to be the thing where I do... Oh, Cobalion. Oh my. It was originally going to be the thing where it's short on the sides and long on top, and then it just wound up being short all over the place. So I'm going to go into Ronald because it's a legend, and so I need kind of a high level just in case for this. I don't really know what typing Cobalion is. Is it electric? can't remember. But I'm much higher level, so I'm just playing it safe on this one. Metal Claw. Super effective. I don't like that. I guess sometimes like this hair is okay if I can get it to like stand up straight. That icicle spear did not do enough. I think it only hit twice though. But there really isn't much I can do. I even like while I was getting it cut, I mentioned that like I like to straighten it, and like I need room to use the straightener on it. I mentioned that I wanted to have just some sort of style at least, and like out of all the things I was mentioning, still just I think I said like 2 or 3 inches on the side, which I guess that's what that is, and then I said like 5 or 6 on top, and this is still like a month's worth of growth afterwards, so it wasn't even to my eyes before. That is not what I asked for. So Ronald's in the yellow now, and I'm just going to play it safe with Lemonade since I got plenty of them, and I'm sure I'll be getting more. Metal Claw is super effective, but it's just not doing a whole lot, so I'm... Now if it was like, what is it, Dragon Claw that like gives you attack power each time? Do I want to... I'm going to try an Avalanche and see what that does. Stop Metal Clawing me, you have hooves. Nah. Did a little bit better. I think I can safely do that one more time. I feel like I had like 3 stories I was going to mention once I hit record, and I only remember the one about my hair, and that's all I remember right now. Let's do another Icicle Spear. I probably should have just done Avalanche. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm really starting to wonder like how long I'm gonna last in this Nuzlocke, because as you can see that way we have half the badges, and if I remember right, in a lot of Pokemon games it's like you get a couple of badges to let you know like where you're going with the game, and then it just takes this huge tangent like going after Team Rocket or whoever the team is of that game. And so I'm wondering like, was that thing in the cold storage, was that my tangent, or is there like a whole other building I have to go through? How much does that heal again? Does that heal me all the way? Yeah. Too much. Still haven't figured out what type this is because it just keeps using Metal Claw over and over, and I'm pretty sure that's not a steel type Pokemon. Been playing Pokemon Go, that's a new thing too. Originally when Pokemon Go first came out, I was very excited about it, and then it turns out my phone wasn't like new enough to be able to work it. And then now it's been a couple years or whatever, and suddenly my phone, I still have the same phone, but now it works. I just can't use the like AR mode on it. And I've only been using it for a couple weeks, and I'm pretty excited about it as I'm learning. Although it's just, there's like 1 or 2 things I really want to evolve, but I just never find it in the wild. Did they heal too? I thought they healed again too. I have a Scyther, and you know from the first episodes of these that I like Scizor, and so I'm like, I'm gonna get a Scizor, but I can't find any more Scyther, and so I have like 3 candies, and I have it as my walking buddy, and like today I just got the first candy from walking with him. I've gotten a few other cool things on there too. I'm not liking this. So if he keeps using Metal Claw, which is steel, and I keep having to, how many of these do I have? I got 25, so I'm safe to keep doing this for a little bit, but like, as far as who to switch into, I'd have to choose something that would resist steel, but I still don't know what type he is. Yeah, super effective. I remember what else I was going to talk about. So a couple days ago, Pokemon Sword and Shield were announced. And I've been telling myself the past like 4 turns to count how much damage this is doing, because it keeps putting me down at exactly 37. And I think, like, can I live another hit? I don't know. So I'm like, it doesn't matter now unless they heal again for a 3rd time. So how much damage does this do? Metal Claw? From 85 down to 61, that's like 14, I think. 24? No, 4. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But I think I got him this time. So I'm really excited about that announcement. I'm not excited that it's supposed to be on the Switch, because I thought Nintendo was going to keep up with 3DS for a bit longer, but I guess not. It's only been announced for a couple days, and I am definitely like really enjoying all the art that's flying around the internet. I even loved that someone pointed out there like, so I've been seeing a lot of drawings of these new Pokemon on the internet lately. I guess you could say that I'm looking up Pokemon Sword art online. It's like, I see what you did there. Whoa, Bakugo's level 31 already? Wasn't he just like 26? Sure, I'll learn Swift. Also, because future Colin's probably going to forget, this moving background thing here, I learned that in OBS you can actually set one of your like video capture things to be a file by itself, so I no longer have to have that file playing in the background. It can just load it from the file, which is cool, and I hope to use it later. So here we have a normal type coming out. It's probably going to be like level 25 or 26. I don't know what moves Rhea has on her. And Ronald's been getting beat for a little bit here. I'm gonna test Bakugo. I don't think anyone has a fighting move. Does it show me their moves? Yeah, there we go. Check moves. Yikes, that's not gonna do anything good. Sorry, Rhea. But I think Bakugo can take a lick from a Lickitung. He can survive 1 hit from a Lickitung. And I don't think fire is super effective against normal, even though it like probably should. What does it say? Critical hit, nice. Good job, Bakugo. Don't you disable Flame Wheel? Oh. I'm glad I get to use him though. Like, I don't think Quick Attack will do from here, so let's hit him with an Ember. Nice. Now I can use Quick Attack. Don't you stomp me. But I usually when I get a Pokemon like this that I like so much, I can't really. Oh, that was lame. Can't really actually get to use them. I have to protect them, but Bakugo can do it on this one, which is nice. I don't see enough grass types in this Let's Play though. It's always water types, so. Metacam, that is Psychic, so we are gonna switch into Rocktail because he knows Crunch or something like that. I like that Pokemon. Special attack Rose. That didn't do enough. This is Stab, but it's not super effective. Let's try it. Don't kill me. Okay, I wasn't sure. About as much. This is kind of bad, right? I don't know. I'm struggling too. So I tried to look up some videos on like how to memorize like typing advantages and stuff, and it's still so hard to follow. I think the best thing that I saw was with like dark type. It wasn't necessarily like this evil darkness force thing. You have to think of it as just like badness in general. So not necessarily a dark thing, but even just like an evil person and like underhanded tactics and just, you know, nastiness like that. And that was why dark is strong against ghosts. I mentioned before, I haven't had a Pokeball with you. Wow, Razkun, you've become totally strong. Huh, I'm not that strong, so I don't know how to say it, but I think you've turned into how your Pokemon feel. Oh, I know what, here, I want to share this with you. Yay. It's Fly. I was hoping it was Surf. My papa gave it to me after he tried to take it home that time, I'm sure, so I can fly home anytime is what he wants, though. Oh, hey, I have to share this with Sharon, too. See ya. Bye. Yeah, you keep walking. And so I used to like get really upset being like, what, how come dark is super effective against ghosts? Like, that doesn't make any sense because ghosts live in the dark. Whereas if you think about darkness as like the underhandedness or just like evildoers in general, ghosts aren't really something that they would be afraid of and or really care about. Like in most like movies and whatnot, you see the villain like, oh, I hear that there's all this cool stuff in that mansion. They're like, oh, well, that mansion's haunted. They're like, I don't care about that. I'm gonna go in there and just steal the stuff. Like, they don't really care about that type of things. And so that was why darkness was super effective against ghosts. And oops, wrong button there. Too many wrong buttons. That one, there we go. Not that I think I need it, although that is suspicious over there. All right, interesting. Route 6. Did I catch something on Route 6? If I did, it would be with me, right? Met at Relic Castle, Pinwheel Forest, Route 2, Driftville Drawbridge, Route 6. That's where I met. Okay. Okay, so nothing new here today. And so I can just press on. And I don't know, it's like, I don't want to battle people, but I know that the levels are catching up now. Hey, it's Netheria. There's a lot of your kind out here, isn't there? Oh boy, do I not want to... I forgot that you can't get away from things in this generation. Protected special defense, alright, well... Let's hit you with a bite. Is it like normal psychic or just psychic? Probably like psychic fairy if that's a thing. Double slap hit 3 times. Does Bakugo still have the XP share? Wants to learn Brian? Yes, please. Get rid of that Screech. I'm thinking about trying to draw more things and maybe make like 2D animations, but I don't know if I can get myself to. I saw a great video. I should battle this guy as much as I don't want to. I should. I saw a video that was like recapping the entirety of Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 1 and 2, but it was just drawn in such a simple style, and like it was so simplified that there were no words. It was just like lots of little noises and just such simplicity. But I really liked the art style, so I tried to like test it out myself. And like here's like my RuneScape character like that, or just like me in general. It kind of looks like Billy and Mandy a little bit, and everyone on YouTube that does animations. I liked the style, and so I'm wondering if I should make little comics like that or something. I don't know. I still got plenty of like 3D animations and stuff that I want to do too, but stuff takes a while. Oh no. I'm sleeping. I'm fast asleep. So we're about 20 minutes into this episode. That's not bad. I know the past couple episodes have been like 40 minutes long, so I'm trying not to do that to you again. I don't know if I want to wrap it up here at 20. All we did was face Bianca. And so I'm wondering if I should continue the next route. Well, I need to battle these people, so... You are an interesting case. Please, help me with my experiment. I think it just came up with like a much better like control scheme for my keyboard, but I don't know if I want to change it yet. So I can do like yes, no. I don't know. Slugma, I'm a water type. Have a brine. X defend, is that your strategy? I guess it makes sense. I've used that strategy before, and it has saved me. Back when I tried to do a Nuzlocke on my Game Boy Color a long time ago, there were a few battles that I only lived because I had some X attacks with me in X defense. Although that wasn't randomized, and that always makes it much harder when it's not randomized. And just get that dowsing machine back out here. Nope. Oh, look, we have some shaking grass. What are you? I just really liked that in Gen 1. It's level 23, so that's not the real Thunderous. I have, like... Should I fight it, or should I try and run? Like, it's level 23. It's a flying type. And I have an ice attack. Let's try this. Get some goodies. Ooh, I didn't think about that. Oh, I didn't think about that. Okay. Ooh. So we getting out of here. Oh, still gotta get out of here. So he's gonna use another Thunder Shock, which Ronald should be able to take just fine. And then I'm still ice, so I think this should be okay. Because I don't think I can run. This game never lets me run. I got Pokédolls, but I only have like 2. Thunder Shock. Oh, bite. Don't you bite this ice cream cone? I'm glad that's not super effective as much as that should be. Let's go ahead with Icy Spear. I'm faster. The song got all faster or slower as I win. Super effective. Now give me that EXP. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so I was trying to get that there. Hi, Rhea. I'm starting to hurt. Starting to get in that zone where don't know. Bakugo's still at full health. He's not super effective, but he's got some stab. Still thinking about Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm really excited about it. I just don't have a Switch, and so I'm wondering if that's... Because it's coming out late this year, so it's like, do I wait and see if I can find a cheap one, like on Marketplace or Craigslist or something, or do I have to figure out what other games it has? Because there are so many times while growing up as a child that we got like Game Boys and Game Boy Colors, and the only thing that we had on it was Pokemon. Like, we didn't play anything else. If I think back to my like Game Boy Advance SP, like I can think of a few Pokemon games that I played on it, but then like maybe 2 other games, and it was like Danny Phantom and I don't remember if it was a DS game or a Game Boy game, like an Avatar: The Last Airbender kind of game. That's a dangerous guy to put out there. Don't put him out there first. He's got the XP share. Put Ronald out there. But we spend so much money on these Pokemon with dry skin, love water type moves in rainy weather. I'm talking about... Oh, scared me. Well, that means I gotta wrap it up. I'm talking about the ability of these Pokemon, of course. Oops. And I don't have Surf, so I can't get that. Wonder how much farther this route has to go. Oh. Hey. So maybe I should have kept Bakugai. I don't know, I think ice is good against grass too. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's like we always got these handheld consoles and we only bought Pokemon with it. And we think like, oh, Pokemon's like 40, 60 bucks. That's not so bad. I'm gonna play that for a while. But the thing is, you spent like $100 to $300 on the little handheld console they gave you, depending on what year we're talking about. Like the 3DS for Sun and Moon and X and Y, like great games. But I realized one day that like I bought a 3DS just for Pokemon. It's like, oh, that makes Pokemon really expensive. And so I tried to go out and find some other games that I liked, and I found 2 of them absolutely fantastic. If I could ever let's play something on here from the 3DS, I know what I'm going to be playing. I tried to do a test recording of one of the games, and I literally did it just by like pointing a camera at the DS and trying to put the same like layout stuff over it, and it looked pretty good, but I'm not sure how to make a full like setup to where I have the DS on the table, a tripod in front of me, looking down at it, reaching over, playing it with my fingers. Like that sounds kind of rough. And unless I can find out something like that, then I'm probably gonna wait a little bit. Do I have any grass type moves? No, I do not. What else is good? I don't have any electric type either. Level 27. Let's see what ice does. But yeah, so that's the thing with my thoughts on the Switch. I think there are more games on the Switch than I know, but when it first came out, like there was only like 2 or 3 games, and now it's been like maybe a year later, and so I'm hoping that there's some other good stuff. I know I would definitely want Breath of the Wild, but other than that, I don't really know of any games I would want on the Switch. I tried to look up a list of them earlier, and I'm surprised at how many of them are like 2D pixelate, like pixel art kind of games, which isn't bad. Those games can be really good, but I'm just really confused at why they make a system that can handle all these great graphics and like gameplay power, and then they just make more like pixelated RPGs. Like I just don't get that part. I think that was like part of the reason I didn't really think much about Undertale until I started seeing people play it on YouTube, and then I realized like what kind of game it was. But like if you think about what Undertale looks like and go onto Steam and just see like that tutorial room and just that like sadly drawn character, you're just like, I don't want this. But then after, you see people, Kingler, still got nothing for that. And I'm getting a little low on health myself. I'm just gonna heal up, is what I'm gonna do. But no, that came out really good. And so I even have a program on my computer that lets me make 2D games like that. And the sad thing is I've never even opened it. I've never even tried it. And it would be kind of fun to try something like that, I think. The problem though is you have to be really good at story writing. And if for some reason, if you are from my Tucsonian Eskimo channel that does animations, you might have seen my little series that I've done, the Mups series. And judging by the length of time between episodes and how little far I've gotten in it, you'll see that my story writing skills aren't that great. I got like some okay methods of planning, but the actual story writing, why is it super effective? Why is that not? I shouldn't have battled this person. And I wasn't paying enough attention to know what he used on me, so I better do the safe thing with Ronald, since he's going to evolve soon, and just use Lemonade on him. So if I use Lemonade on my ice cream cone, I still missed what that was. He's gaining... Oh, what move does that? I recognize the sound and I remember... I don't know... This is bad. Swing, ting, ting. Okay, just watch this time. If I use Lemonade on an ice cream cone, does that make it yellow snow? Metal Claw, okay. So that's steel, and it's hurting a lot. So I'm not getting a chance here. Any of y'all resist steel? I can't ever remember if fire, but he's water type, so Fiona has saved us before. Fiona's a little underleveled here, and I am so sorry, but you know my thoughts on Fiona here. Metal Claw, avoided, nice, that's good. So supersonic to get started, I think. Yeah, let's get that started. And I'll wrap up after this battle, I promise. Hit yourself. Yeah. It's so sad, like how little I use Fiona and how clutch she always is when I put her on the field. Oh, nice. Nice, and that does so much damage too. And this is going to lower his damage. See, this is why Fiona's here. This is why Fiona's here. And I don't think these attacks will be enough. But I also don't think this trainer is going to heal. Ow. Okay, that didn't do much at all. Wow, you probably could have Metal Clawed and it would have done more than that. But I flinched. Is that one? And it's not confused anymore. Why did I do that? Speed fell, stomp. Don't flinch me. One more time, Fiona. Just like that. Just like that. Anyone here like Fiona as Pokemon? Like, I know when people are watching these things, they're like a fan of a certain Pokemon. Like, oh, I hope this Pokemon stays on the team. That's my favorite. Is that Fiona for any of you? Do you know much about this berry? It probably doesn't help me much. Listen carefully. You may hear the sound of a breathing Pokemon and plants. What kind of berries you eating over there? Oh, sweet. I'm so glad that I checked this direction. And so I think I should make like spacebar the sprint button. And then because I've been playing GTA lately and I've been using the number keys to like lean different directions on a bike, I should make those like my A and B and other menus and things like that. But we are going over time again today, and so I'm going to wrap it up with that. We are going to continue up that route next time, and I will see you all in the next one. Just like that. Come on, let me go. There we go. Bye-bye.